This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the COO and Chief Geologist for Fission 3.0, Mr. Ross McElroy. Ross, how are you?
Doing well, Gerardo. Thank you very much. Great to talk to you.
Thanks for coming on. Fission 3.0 has been busy. You hit some strong alterations, some smoke at PLN. As of February, you were preparing a 9-hole drill program, I believe at Key Lake South, that was supposed to commence at the end of February. And just yesterday, you had news that you had completed the binding earn-in agreement for up to $22 million. A lot going on. Can you provide an update on each of those, Ross?
I sure can. Yeah, no, we're very pleased with the way things are going in the company. There's some great news flow happening right now. We're busy exploring in Canada and the Athabasca. We now have a plan to go forward to down in our Macusani project. So I think what I'll start with first is looking at yesterday's news events with the agreement with Rhyolite for our Macusani project down in Peru. I think that's a good place to start.
Well, and just to provide some context here, Rhyolite can earn up to 80% into the mining concessions located in Peru by spending up to $22 million Canadian over a 5-year period. It's a great place to start. Give me the details, Ross.
Sure, and that's exactly it. It's a 2-stage earn-in approach. To earn 50% interest in their Macusani project, they would spend $5.6 million over 2 years, and then you would have the remaining $16 million or so to be spent over the next 3 years. So total, you're looking at $22 million over 5 years. And just to put some context into the project and why this is significant, our Macusani concessions have been the longest held ground that we've actually had in the Fission companies. In fact, it predates back to the early Strathmore days. I think it was the first uranium project in the company to start with. And so we've been long-term holders of it. There's been a lot of activity in that area. We've focused on the Athabasca, as you know, but there has been a lot of significant work over the years in the Macusani Plateau. It's an emerging uranium district. Plateau Energy's consolidated, quite a large land package around there. They have a number of near-surface deposits, uranium deposits that measure over about 100 million pounds of uranium in both inferred and indicated categories. And very significantly, they made a discovery a couple of years ago of a lithium deposit. Now that lithium deposit, the Falciani, is located around 5 kilometers to the south of our concessions in Macusani, and their deposit so far has been outlined. It's one of the largest hard rock lithium deposits in the world. So they've made some great advances down there. That's caught the interest of other people that were also looking at both the lithium and the uranium sector, and this is how we got together with Rhyolite. So they're looking for a key land package that has potential to host that kind of both the lithium and the uranium options. And so, now we've got a great path forward. Fission will be the operator during the stage 1 earn-in interest down there. So we're going to be pretty busy spending $5.6 million over 2 years there, and then we'll be looking for both uranium and lithium resources there. So we're really, really pleased to be able to move that project forward.
I got to commend you on the way the deal was structured. It's very Fission 3.0 shareholder friendly. And this is what I mean by that. The way I understand it is if a Rhyolite does not complete stage 1, Rhyolite doesn't retain any interest in the Peruvian assets. Is that correct, Ross?
That is correct. So yes, they have to spend their that threshold of the $5.6 million in order to earn any interest. So it's 50% is the first threshold, and that's met by meeting those terms. So you're right. Without meeting that, they wouldn't have an interest in it. But I think significantly, we also have a piece of the Rhyolite vehicle. So that was also part of the terms of the agreement. It gives us upside, gives shareholders upside as well in the new vehicle. It puts other people's money to work on our property, which has been a part of our project generator model that we've had for years, and we've been very successful with it. So, yeah, it's a deal that I think benefits Fission 3 shareholders quite well, and importantly advances work down in a really exciting new uranium lithium district in Peru.
Now, when you say you have a piece of Rhyolite, I'm assuming that you're referring to the 19.9% of issued and outstanding shares, correct?
That is correct.
Excellent. Excellent. Let's talk PLN and Key Lake South. You hit some smoke at PLN, and last I heard, you were at Key Lake South busy. Updates there, Ross?
Sure. Yeah, you're right. We did drill on our PLN property, so now we're back up into the Athabasca. And PLN is immediately north of Fission Uranium's PLS project, hence the name, the north versus the south project. So we're right immediately to the north. There's some pretty exciting conductors or structural activity on that property. You're on the same trend that, if you carried it up further, you'd be hosting the Shade Creek deposit up to the north. So that's the same major north-south trend of conductors. And this is where we're targeting our winter program on. We had a corridor that we had drilled last in 2014 that was looking encouraging to us. We saw elevated radioactivity. We had geochemistry that was giving us a good signature that this is the type of corridor that could host high-grade mineralization. That was what we were following up on in the winter program. We were able to continue to extend that corridor. I'd say that the results were, at least as good as what we saw in 2014. We have a better understanding of that corridor. We're still quite happy with it. The hunt is still on there, obviously, to find high-grade uranium mineralization. But, our results were quite promising down there. It's not the only target on the property. We have other conductive trends and fault zones and good geophysics targets, and we'll be back up there probably in the summertime on PLN, also evaluating those those targets. So, there's still lots of work yet to be done at PLN, and as we know, this is, a truly exciting emerging uranium district with Fission Uranium's RRR and NextGen's Arrow deposit, and the Spitfire zone that Cameco, Orano they're called now, and that they're finding along that trend. So there's a lot of exciting opportunities up in that area, and we've got an excellent land package, and we want to evaluate that as well. So that's what's happening at PLN.
Excellent. Key Lake South. I know I've had a lot of questions regarding Key Lake South and the progress there. I believe that the drill program was supposed to commence in mid-February. Has that concluded? Is that still ongoing?
Yeah, so we're underway still on that program right now, and so the Key Lake project is on the other side of the basin. It's on the eastern side, the southeast side. So the reason it's called the Key Lake area, because you're right south of the Key Lake Mill and, of course, the historic Key Lake deposit, which was one of the most successful uranium mining operations in the Athabasca back in the day, Key Lake. So, it's truly that was a near-surface deposit with around 200 million pounds, close to a grade of 2%. Really, one of the better deposits, in the basin that was mined out. You're right in an infrastructure-rich area there with the operating Key Lake Mill. You've got road structures in there. You have power line. Everything that's required to bring a project forward. And I think importantly for us, we have exciting geology there. We're on the same shear zone which hosts the old historic Key Lake deposit. We're on the same shear zone, so we're fortunate and can target in the right place. We think that there's more opportunities to find near surface high grade uranium in that district, and so we're going to continue our effort looking around there, and we are currently drilling on that project as we speak.
Fantastic. Well, Russ, that's a thorough update. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to drill results from Key Lake and progress as you move forward here in what I think everybody agrees is an important 2019 for the uranium sector. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I think we've covered quite a bit of territory on this interview, and I'm just happy that we have so much news that we're able to share with investors right now. And my message is always, for people that are looking to invest in the uranium sector, I think timing is getting better and better right now to do so.
Fantastic, Russ. Thanks again. It's appreciated.
Good. Thank you very much, Gerardo. You take care.